From the fast action of the trading pit to the power brokers making the headlines, you'll hear it all on the Traders Network Show with your host, Michael Yorba. All right. Michael interviews the front page titans about the latest in trading tools and market trends in stocks, commodities, bonds, forex, and derivatives. The Traders Network helps you stay ahead of the curve and delivers tomorrow's trade today. Yeah. Now, here's your host, Michael Yorba.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. Broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeart Media Studios and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. I've got Betty Mitchell. She is the CEO and top executive at LIVEADE Foods. This is, again, groundbreaking stuff. Betty, welcome to the show. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you, Michael. And I'm not the CEO. I'm the FDM, Michael, final decision maker.
Okay. I got one of those in my life, too. That's good. Final decision. I love that. All right, Betty, you need to tell us what you're doing and how you're helping humanity, not just with health, but also with commerce and how you're putting people to work. For first, let's start about you. Give us your background and how you got into and came up with LIVEADE.
Well, I started compounding herbal supplements pretty much when I was 15 years old. My uncle, who had a PhD in physics, got me going, and I just did it as an avocation for many years. And then it turned into a vocation pretty much at the age of 50 when I was in San Francisco visiting a medical type thing and met two doctors from West Africa talking about Moringa oleifera, this wonderful herb they were using like medicine. And I asked one of the doctors, the LIVEADE, I kind of put together a team in 2010, but I'm going to back up to 97. And I said, look, send me some of that. They sent it. We lab tested it, blew us away. We thought we got the wrong thing. We lab tested it twice for the nutritional content. We were stunned. Never seen anything like it in my life, but I knew it was something beyond pale. So we contacted the other doctor from not Ghana, but Senegal. We said, could you send us a kilo to make sure we didn't mess something up, Michael? Mm-hmm. We tested that kilo of Moringa oleifera powder, and it, ounce for ounce, it tested out the same way. And here's what's interesting. Ounce for ounce, Moringa powder contains 2 times more protein than yogurt, 3 times more iron than almonds, 9 times more iron than spinach, and 3 times more vitamin E. 4 times the potassium of bananas, 4 times the fiber of oats, 7 times the vitamin C of oranges, ounce for ounce now, and 4 times more protein than milk, and 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, and every amino acid and 46 antioxidants.
How do I get my hands on this stuff?
Hey, go to LIVEADE and click the top right corner and join our Indiegogo campaign.
You got it. All right. Now, you've got an interesting story. You're the 7th of 12 children growing up on a farm in rural Arkansas.
Outside of Little Rock, a small town called Morrilton, Arkansas. We didn't quite get to Little Rock too often. The horse and buggies didn't go that far.
Tell me about Uncle Ben.
He was my uncle. He was this crazy guy who was a physicist, PhD. He taught at the local black university. And he just believed in natural medicine through and through. Way back in, the 60s and the 70s, he believed in it. And he's kind of like, he took me under his wing as the person to educate and extend all of his knowledge base to so I can carry it on. You'll find that in many traditions where they'll choose a person, a child, or someone to extend their knowledge base to for them to carry it on once they're no longer on this earth. And he chose me as that person.
All right. So he handed all this down to you. Let's get into the company bio and what LIVEADE is all about, what you do, because it's more than just taking this compound of the Moringa blend and helping people improve their health. You're doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I put together a LIVEADE team of baby boomers. Because, in the beginning of starting the company, you're going to need a whole lot of free, hardworking, good, dedicated labor. And I put together the LIVEADE team, and we created the LIVEADE, of course. We put it together. We work with nonprofits who are already on the ground, boots on the ground, as they say, in developing nations, of what they needed. And so they send us back this email. They say, in developing communities where the water, access is limited, they asked us to take the moringa powder and turn it into something, increase the ability for the powder to be traded, better. Mm-hmm. So in doing that, what we did was we created a powder that would maintain the super dense nutritional benefits of it, mix well and taste good. That's another thing, when you're cooking. Use minimal water, in their communities. Appeal to adults and children. Children have to like what they eat. But the biggest thing, Michael, it had to be easily transported into neighboring communities where they could sell it.
Right.
And so that's what we created, and that's how LiveAide came about. It took about 10, different kinds of compounds. I mean, we worked at it a while, but we ended up with LiveAide, kind of after the 1985 concert, with Freddie Mercury and Queen.
Right.
Yeah, we kind of took that energy because we were all like in our 20s then, So we kind of took that energy on and we created LiveAide, LIVEADE, Moringa Blend.
All right. Now, you're also helping people, create farms.
Yes.
You're galvanizing communities.
Yes.
Let's go in there.
Well, the people who are benefiting the most are women farmers. These family farming ladies, they're farming moringa trees, they're building schools, stable housing, galvanizing communities, structuring financial safety nets for themselves. And women farmers with children are our leading request. Women who are living on the margins with children in developing nations, they are the leading request they're leading the request for farm assistance. And what we do with the moringa here in the U.S., right now we're just online. And we're trying to, again, expand out into, retail. But right now we're just online. And what we do in selling the moringa, like one jar plants 2 trees. Selecting one jar plants 2 trees.
Okay. In
any given community, and it starts a cooperative. It creates sustainable incomes and changes these communities for generations by breaking the vicious cycles of poverty,
Well, you're focusing on women farmers.
Yeah.
Talk to me about why you're focusing on women farmers.
They tend to be more knowledgeable about crop varieties. They're really the boots on the ground. They tend to have an in-depth knowledge about the soil. It's amazing, Most of these communities are patriarchal,
Right.
But I tell you what, theguardian.com, I don't know if I can say that, but go to theguardian.com/women farmers. They have some wonderful, in-depth articles that do, the emerging sector of women farmers in developing nations. They do it much better justice than I can tell you over the radio.
Yeah, but you're not just doing this in the United States. You're doing this on a global scale. Where are you starting these farms?
There's one that's kicking off pretty good here in going towards Southern California. Is in a hot house. Thrivehive.com. They've got a farm there. They're a moringa farm that they are producing out of, and it's a pilot project, but it's the first one I'm active in, truly active in here in the United States to see, how well the trees will grow. But they're doing pretty good. The trees are growing well. Again, they reproduce quickly. They require very little water or space.
When you say little water, little space, what do you mean?
That's very important to developing communities, where access to clean water sources are limited, and space very much,
California is a good example of that.
I'm sorry?
California is a good example of that right now.
Well, they're growing it in a hot house. They're growing it inside 10,000 square feet.
I think when we spoke earlier, you were talking about being able to create commerce and create farms in places that are very impoverished, like Africa.
Yes, West Africa, but they're also in Nicaragua, also in some parts of South America, Ecuador. They're down there now. It's just where the NGOs go. and they tell us, and again, we sell the moringa. We're, creating for sure a larger market, here in the U.S., but we sell the LiveAid to supply them with the funds, to supply them with what they need to educate, to get the farms going, literally.
This sounds like from soup to nuts. No pun intended on this. Hey, we've got to
put it in soup now. Our powder is so light, and it's undetectable in food. Just put it in your gazpacho or your soups. It goes right in there.
Well, let's do this. Let's take a break now, and on the other side, I wanted to get into some of the recipes because on your website you've got recipes, you got all kinds of stuff. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back on the other side of this break with Betty Mitchell, the final decision maker at LiveAid Foods, and the web address for her is liveaid.com, LIVEADE.com. We'll be right back on the other side of this break.
Money Sense has moved. Jim LeCamp here.
And I'm Pat Riddell, and we've got a new time right here on KFXR, noon to 1. We'll talk about markets, investments, current information that you need to know.
Everything from personal finance to investments to money to markets to policies. It's a midday macro lunch you won't want to miss right here from noon to 1.
That's Money Sense for your midday market lunch right here on KFXR 1190. Or listen to the podcast on money-sense.com. Money-sense.com.
This is Dr. James, CEO and founder of Diamond Physicians, a direct medicine practice that combines exemplary customer service, state-of-the-art medical technology, compassionate physicians, and 24-hour medical access to revitalize healthcare delivery in America. Diamond is searching for investors to join the solution for rising healthcare costs. We have reached a paradigm shift in the healthcare market. Now is the time to invest in Diamond, a brand that has gained national attention by delivering affordable concierge medicine. Visit diamondphysicians.com/franchise to learn more about franchise opportunities.
Did you know that FanDuel has more players and pays out more money than all the other daily fantasy sports sites combined? Yup, FanDuel is without doubt the leader in one-day fantasy baseball. And FanDuel is paying out up to $2.5 million every single day this baseball season. That's more than any other fantasy baseball site in the world. If you're into fantasy baseball and you haven't tried FanDuel yet, you're missing out on the hottest thing in fantasy sports. You play in one-day fantasy baseball leagues for real money with immediate cash payouts. And there's no season-long commitment, so you only play when you want. A 28-year-old named Eric Hafner turned a $125 deposit into over $62,000. Damn! And he's not alone. Over 1 million players have already won money playing fantasy sports at FanDuel.com. Plus, right now, FanDuel is giving you up to $200 free. For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it up to $200. The only way to get up to $200 free is to go to FanDuel.com. Click the microphone in the upper right corner and use the promo code 2323. That's FANDUEL.com, promo code 2323.
Have you heard? Proactive Plus is faster and better than ever before. Don't miss this 50-bottle giveaway. We're giving away 2 free gifts with the first 50 risk-free trials of Proactive Plus. It's our exclusive radio offer, never on TV. The 50 trial kits of Proactive Plus with free shipping won't last long. Call 1-800-757-6912. 1-800-757-6912. 1-800-757-6912.
BTJ Consulting was founded specifically to consult with accredited investors on how best to manage their oil and gas investments. The emphasis is not only on direct participation in drilling projects, but includes opportunities in the purchasing of oil rigs, service and equipment companies, real estate and/or the purchase of royalty interest through lease pooling. This strategy further mitigates risk and spreads their clients' investments over the entire sector whenever possible. For more information, call 469-518-5008 or info@btjconsulting.com. 469-518-5008 or info@btjconsulting.com. That's 469-518-5008 or info@btjconsulting.com. And tell them Yorba sent you.
From the Talk Radio 1190 Weather Center, this update is brought to you by Unbound. Partly sunny today with a high in the upper 60s. Cloudy tonight with a slight chance of rain and a low around 51.
Join Unbound in seeing that every child has a chance to complete their education. Unlock the greatest natural resource, the power of an educated child to change the world. Sponsor a child at unbound.org.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeart Media Studios and worldwide through Yorba Media. All right, I have Betty Mitchell, final decision maker at LiveAide Foods, on the show with me. We've got a new way to improve your health, but it's been on my mind for a lot lately. All right, Betty, let's get into the moringa plant, the blend, how you use it, and the benefits that you get from it.
Well, LiveAide Moringa Blend is the first and original multi-use food powder, and you use it by just taking the powder, add it to any given recipe that doesn't require a lot of heat. It can go up to 350 degrees in the oven if it's something that you can put in and take out within 10 or 15 minutes and maintain its nutritional level. It has only 5 ingredients. That's moringa, organic maca root, vitamin D, which we added, rice pro 1000, and whole grain sprouted brown rice protein. It's undetectable in food. All the ingredients that are in it are recognized to reduce your risk of everyday type of health issues such as weight, metabolism, digestion, detoxifying your body, energy maintenance, overall proper nutrition, and proper glycemic levels. And
Really?
people, here's what's fascinating about pretty much all dense nutritional powders. Virtually, I say 35% will always use it in a smoothie.
Okay.
Instead of just putting it in the food. We put it in banana puddings. We put it in homemade granola, what we call our pin bars, protein, energy, nutritional bars. We put it in that. You know, it goes in pretty much anything.
All right. Now, so you can use it on anything, and it's good for everybody, I would assume, including your pets. Yes.
Oh, yes. We get emails from people talking about their pets, and you can put it in their food. It's you know, a lot of folks, regardless of what you see on television, a lot of folks still feed their pets from the table, the dinner table.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got some accomplishments that you've had up till now, and some goals that you're going to achieve going forward. Let's talk about those.
Well, our biggest thing right now, our number one goal is to have LiveAide, is to build a strong awareness of the moringa product in the U.S. to support an accelerated pace of grower training and development. And through LiveAide Moringa Blend, the sales in the U.S., you know, we'll provide additional education, seeds, and funds. It just accelerates everything.
Now, you've got through Indiegogo a crowdfunding push to raise some money. How much money are you raising for this?
We're trying to raise $10,000, and that will help us finish off everything and accept a wonderful invitation from one of the leading natural food retailers to go on retail shelves here in the U.S., which will just it'll bring the moringa blend to everyday living onto the dinner tables, and into health food stores throughout the U.S. We want everybody to experience this wonderful product.
Why did you choose Indiegogo?
I've donated many times through Indiegogo for projects, and I just liked it. I liked everything about them. I liked, it's a great way to do proof of concept if you've got a product. We knew we did all right online, but we're trying to go retail now, again, to accelerate the process of grower development and education. And we just picked Indiegogo.
Are you going to stay with buying the product through you directly, or you plan to try and get it out on market shelves?
We want it on retail shelves. That's the whole Indiegogo push, is to put together enough funds to finish off the polishing of everything. The product's done. We got a new label coming out, which is on the Indiegogo campaign, the LiveAide Indiegogo campaign. The packaging, everything. This is just getting out that first shelf run. And once we get that going, Michael, we're good to go.
Okay. All right.
And one jar plants 2 trees.
I was going to go there about that. How long does it take to grow the trees? Anything special that needs to get, because I have a girlfriend, and she is big on the gardening thing, so I'm starting to learn more about that. What's it take to grow a tree?
Well, she's here in the U.S., and again, we're just with the ThriveAcres.com project, we're just really, really testing out how to grow here in the U.S. But it can grow. It can grow. But you got to be a lot more attentive, in a home-type situation to the product, of course, the saplings, than you would in a developing nation where it's a natural habitat.
Okay, what is a natural habitat for the moringa tree?
Arid places, great soil. You got to have great soil. Like Ghana has some of the best soil in the world, but it grows all over the continent of Africa. It grows near the equator very well. Like Ecuador, it grows very well near any kind of volcanic, soil.
I would think that the health food companies, because I was just at the gym earlier today, and there's magazines of all kinds of health food products. I would think that those types of companies would definitely want to have this as part of their nutritional blend.
Well, there's a lot of research going on with it right now through a lot of hospitals. I think they're interested. I think, like anything, they're interested. But like any, train leaving the station, it takes a long time to get to a destination when you're trying to create a product. And we've already created it, so we're about 18 months ahead of anybody else getting anything out there. It's work. It's work putting together a really solid product. There's a lot of work involved in it, Michael.
I'm sure there is. There definitely is. Okay, so you've got the plants that you can buy, and then you also have the powder that you can buy for your home use, right?
Yes. It's coming up through ThriveAcres.com. You'll be able to buy saplings.
Okay.
You'll get saplings. Yeah, online. You get them online.
How long have you been using this yourself?
Since 1997.
What are there any noticeable changes that you've seen from using the moringa blend?
I have. And the biggest one is I just turned 55 last month. I swear to you, I feel like I'm 22. Easy.
Really?
I can tell. When I go to my doctor, have my annual comprehensive metabolic panel done, he constantly jokes about what I'm doing. And everybody should have that done once a year to find out what's, in your body. But it's just, I know the difference in my body. I know, I feel great. I just feel great. And I should have a lot of ailments. I haven't had a cold. I hadn't, since forever.
Okay, so this really increases the ability for your body to fight off diseases that are normally occurring throughout the year, whether it's a cold, it's a flu. And what about any other, like eyesight and things of that nature?
Vitamin A is loaded with vitamin A. There's a study recently in Africa where they were using it, for the vitamin A content of it. And it was unbelievable. And like I said, I hate to quote studies because I read them, I love them. I try to upload them to my Facebook page and to my website so everybody can read it, directly from the folks who did the study. But vitamin A is loaded with vitamin A, and they've had great success using moringa oleifera for that.
Now, you also said it increases your metabolism.
It does. The 7-in-1 collard green smoothie. We received so many. The team, they would get emails about, well, how do I use it in a smoothie? And I thought, use it in everything. But we said we had to create the 7-in-1 collard green smoothie, particularly for folks who are trying to lose weight, but just overall general health. You put it in there, and it's so nutrient-dense, that one smoothie will go you won't want food from 8 in the morning when you drink it till 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You have no desire for food, but it has all your nutritional content in that smoothie that you would need.
How much? A teaspoon a day? What's the dose?
We say just put 1 scoop. One scoop. We call it the 7-in-1 collard green smoothie. You just need 1 scoop in there.
Wow. All right. And so it goes on everything. All right. Yeah. Once you get it in the shelves, are you talking to any of the peoples, the normal retailers that would carry this already or
Yes.
Okay.
We are. We are.
What are some of the hoops you've got to run through to get this thing on the shelves?
You at this level, we can't afford to do sliding fees and that kind of thing. We're new kids on the block from online to retail. Right. That's always, if there's a cost prohibitive thing, that's it. But the key to having a great product, getting the word out, wonderful people going to LiveAid, top right hand, clicking on that Indiegogo logo to support us, to show proof of market that people like what we're selling. that would go a long, long ways to us getting it on the shelves and accelerating our grow development program.
Are you going to do any, dog and pony shows, physical events where you go out and then people can actually try this, in person? Is any of that happening?
We've got things we are looking at for sure this summer, but that takes deep funding.
All right, so Indiegogo is where the people need to go to help get your company.
Show your love to us.
That's good.
We need your support on, because that campaign will, again, proof of market, proof of concept. It'll show the big, natural food retailer that we have people who like us. We're, who want our product.
That's right. Now, the next step is to get through the funding, the $10,000 that you're raising, which really in the investment world, that's like nothing.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be able. So your margins must be amazing on this.
No, not on this Indiegogo campaign. Not.
No, I'm talking about the Moringa blend.
Yes. And we have decent margins because we get it from import, sent to us from some 1 or 2 farms that we work currently with. We got our own powder. That makes a real big difference because it's a nutrient dense powder. It's kind of pricey, so yeah. And we're hands on.
All right.
We're hands on. We're right there in the contract manufacturing facility wherever we can to help save money. We're hands on, so yeah.
All right, Betty, we've got to go for now, but thanks for coming on to the show, and definitely I'm going to get some of this for me.
Thank you so much, Michael. And again, share your love, and you get great gifts and discounts. Just go to liveaide.com, click on the Indiegogo, and the shipping is free. When you order through Indiegogo, the shipping is free.
Thanks, Betty. We'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Betty Mitchell, Final Decision Maker, Live Aid Foods, and liveaide.com is where you go. Coming up next, Tina Broncischiani. She is going to talk to us about Oriento wines. We'll be right back.